And we're back, one more video, August 13th, 2025. And we are going to stitch together what we observe in this 1909 book from the state of Massachusetts. This chart, which shows how infantile paralysis started from almost zero around 1880, at the time that there was no intramuscular injection of any vaccines or antitoxins, but because of the high uptake of morphine being injected with hypodermic needles little by little with newer vaccines, there was more intramuscular injections. And as you can see, the occurrence rapidly increased with the rollout of intramuscular injection of antitoxins and vaccines, in particular with children, which is why it impacted children more. They're not going to dose it for children. They might have even thought that more vaccine is better. So it's no surprise. This disproves the Jessica Hockett lab leak, the same thing that Suzanne Humpries, there's the book, Dissolving Illusions, was also suggesting. There was no lab leak. And, well, whatever there was, we can show that the infantile paralysis was rapidly increasing before Susan Humphrys says. It's noteworthy that Suzanne Humphrys, with her rates of polio, only go back to 1912. So she starts where polio had already reached a high level. Suzanne Humphrys hides the fact that there was no polio. There was basically no infantile paralysis. I mean, there were some scientific curiosities from time to time. There's always, strange things that happen. God only knows why. But it effectively was zero before the rollout of intramuscular injection. Suzanne Humphrys hide this by suggesting that the baseline was 1912. Look, the baseline was established starting from zero at the time of intramuscular injection. Suzanne Humphrys never mentions this in her book. She actually goes on to suggest that maybe it was a Rockefeller lab leak. Suzanne Humphrys, while she does do a good job in this book in covering the deplorable sanitation in the United States in the 1800s, she also is very loose with the method that vaccines are administered. For example, there's significant attention on smallpox vaccines, potentially contaminated smallpox vaccines, but there's no highlighting of the differences between intramuscular injection, subcutaneous injection, and variolation or scarification, such as the smallpox vaccine. This is for you, Jessica Hockett. This is for you, Suzanne Humphrys.